Saludos amigos, Cash here, President and CEO of Real Estate and Las Terrenas.com. Thanks for watching this video today, guys. I really appreciate all the support that everybody's putting out there for us and our family. I know we're doing something cool, something really exciting, unique, and the support, the followers, all the subscribers, all that stuff is just so encouraging as we kind of go down this path, and we want to be able to show you guys exactly how you could do the same thing. So today I'm coming to you with a different kind of a video. I've been intending to do this, but I've been waiting on some equipment to come in. It hasn't come in yet, but I have to do this video right away. Top 10 reasons we decided to move to Las Terrenas. Couldn't squeeze it into 10. It's actually top 15 reasons that we chose to move here to Las Terrenas. Above and beyond everywhere else in the world that we went, Las Terrenas won. So today I'm going to fly through that one for you and give you the top 15 reasons. Number one, let's start with the current dynamics of what's happening here in the world. I'm going to go ahead and have a seat. I'm getting a lot of phone calls from friends, family, customers, clients saying, "Hey, Cash, are you okay? What's going on over there? Heard there's a hurricane happening. Be safe." Only because of those messages, I went to Google and looked up the weather to see what's going on. We had a little bit of rain the other day. Outside of that, I didn't even know anything was wrong. I didn't know there was a hurricane happening. So, number one reason, lack of hurricanes. Now, we're very strategically positioned. The Samana Peninsula is actually sheltered by mountain ranges and the positioning on the Dominican Republic itself. Hurricanes don't get a chance to have a direct hit on the north coast of the Dominican Republic, Las Terrenas specifically. It's been, when I was doing my research about 15 to 16 years ago, I was reading statistics of 50 or 60 years at that point since Las Terrenas had a direct hit. Now, there has been the side effects of a hurricane where water has come in a little bit, but there has never been a direct hit that has just completely decimated the city and taken it out of commission. But again, I encourage you guys to do your own research on there. Mountain ranges, positioning of the north coast, Las Terrenas specifically, and other geographical factors really create paradise here where hurricanes come blazing through and they decimate and destroy other Caribbean cities. They attack Florida, they hit New Jersey, they do all sorts of craziness and cause all sorts of destruction, but not the north coast of the Dominican Republic. I feel bad for our friends in Punta Cana. I feel bad for the beautiful people in Haiti, but they get hit hard. And when I mean hard, it's hard. Over here, for example, yesterday it rained a little bit, and I didn't even know what my brother was talking about when he called me. So, number one, the hurricanes, they don't hit us. Number two, the weather, okay? I'm talking extreme weather with hurricanes, but now I'm talking about perfect weather. We float between 70 and 90 degrees. Thus far, since I've been here, that's what I've been experiencing. There is no daylight savings time, so the clock stays relatively, this clock doesn't change like it does back home. A little bit of chaos ensues every time that happens with my businesses. I own bars, nightclubs, restaurants, and stuff like that back home. I still do with my business partner, Patrick, over there. But when that happens, there's all sorts of craziness. You got to adjust. The kids got to adjust for school, this and that. Me, myself, I have to adjust. I usually forget for a couple weeks to change my clock back. So over here, you don't worry about any of that. The temperature stays relatively the same. The weather is perfect. That 70 to 90, you can't ask for a better climate, better temperatures to be operating within. Okay, so that's number two. Number three, the prices. Real estate prices have not caught up with the rest of the Caribbean. Other Caribbean cities and countries are outrageously priced right now. Las Terrenas itself has more to offer, and the prices are way lower. So that's another reason why we picked Las Terrenas over other places. Forget about Europe. Like, we went to Barcelona a year and a half ago. We went to Mallorca. We went to France. Every spot, seriously contemplating that could be the spot. And guys, I'm telling you, the prices are outrageous everywhere. Las Terrenas, for what it is offering you and how low the prices are, even though they've gone up significantly in the last 6 to 8 months, it's still so much lower than other places in the world. Caribbean specifically. Forget about Florida. That's like, the prices are just insane over there. So dollar value wise, you know, the prices, I love it. Even relative to Canada, my home city, people are paying $600,000 for 2-bedroom shacks. And I feel bad for the people, but it's hyperinflation. It's happening over there. And it's happening on their biggest assets. So, you know, Las Terrenas, honestly, guys, this is where it's at. So that was our number 3 reason, the prices of real estate. Amenities. Anything you need here exists in Las Terrenas. I really love that about this city. And again, that's another reason why we picked it. There's multiple banks to choose from. We actually have Bank of Nova Scotia. Fellow Canadians, you guys are all well aware of that brand. Very stable brand in Canada. So you understand the look and feel of that. I personally bank at Banco Santa Cruz. I really like that bank. Customer service is through the roof. Then there's Banco Popular. There's so many. So you have multiple options banking-wise. Grocery stores, I'm going to do a video on that. There's multiple grocery stores you can go to. Personally, my wife, she likes to go to a place called Lindo. It has more of the organic and, you know, the farm to table kind of feel and vibe, kind of a Whole Foods feel. And then there's another larger store called Polo. That's your more of your superstore kind of feel. Has a lot of items, probably I'd say 3 times the size. And then there's other, you know, there's other grocery stores, other markets that you can go to. There's no lack of fresh fruit stands. So many items, guys. Everything you have that you need in a major city, Las Terrenas offers it within very close proximity. So we really like that fact. For example, we went to Punta Cana prior to this, and it didn't have that. It didn't have that feeling of the amenities that you need, being able to get them right away in a fashion that allowed for a workable, livable city. We like the fact the amenities, the doctors, the dentists, the optometrists, the bakeries, the boulangeries, everything that is there is so accessible, it's so easy, and there's options, and prices are great. So that's another one of our reasons, the amenities. Schools. Our daughter is 4 years old. Very important thing for us moving anywhere was her schooling, her ability to learn physically, mentally, and personally, and grow as a person is of highest importance to us. Myself personally, I have my master's degree. I went to Ball State University, so education is a premier thing. We weren't going to discount and sacrifice there. We love the fact that there's multiple options for her now and as she grows. There's multiple preschools that you can reach out to. My wife will be able to help you out with that. She can give you some information. Our daughter's currently going to a preschool that our friends opened up. It's great. They have a couple Spanish teachers in there, local Dominican, and she is just in heaven, our daughter. Next year, we're going to be putting our daughter in Lycée Français. That's the plan, at least. And that is a French school. Been around for about 30 plus years, accredited in France. So we're really looking forward to the fact our daughter will be able to speak French, Spanish, and English, and be accredited to go anywhere she wants to go in the world. There's other great schools. There's one called Isla Academy. They've done a great job. They also exist in Cabarete. The director there I've heard amazing things about him. It's a different kind of curriculum. So there's that option. And all these schools are run by international organizations. So there's no lack of great opportunities schooling-wise. Keep that one in mind too. That one's really important. So now we're on to number 6. Sports and other activities for children. There is so many options for our daughter as she grows up to what she wants to take on, because there's schools for it, there's training for it, there's competitions. For example, let's talk surfing. If our daughter wanted to pick up surfing, there's surf school. She can go to Bonita Beach here, start to learn how to surf. Great physical activity, just a totally amazing, cool thing that I would never even think that she could do back in Canada if that was the life that we had accepted for ourselves and our family. There's a jiu-jitsu school. My good friend Patrick, he owns a jiu-jitsu school here, and that's an option. We've actually taken her to some classes there. We're going to keep pushing her. That's something I want her to do regardless, but there's jiu-jitsu, there's a soccer camp opening up, there's swimming instructors, there's 3 or 4 dance schools, ballet. There's so many options that are available here. And more important, actually, I just stopped before doing this video. I stopped over at a sailing club. There's a sailing club that I'm thinking about joining, or we're actually probably going to join right when I get done with this video. And that costs about 9,000 pesos for the year for a membership, and it's right down there. So we can walk out our door, go to the sailing club, get out on the ocean with a canoe, with a kayak, whatever we want, a sailboat, doesn't matter. So that is another reason why we really love this place. There's no lack of sporting options, ways to stay busy and do exciting stuff and get out in the outdoors. Okay, so now I'm off to number 7. And guys, this list is in no particular order. I just wanted to get this out there really quick, so it's not in like 1 to 15, best to worst or anything. It's just, you know, putting out some info for you. You guys do your research. Let me know what you think. Airports, easy access to Las Terrenas. El Catay Airport has already started to open up. That's only 15 minutes away from here. So I can go directly from Toronto right to El Catay Airport. Amazing. I absolutely love that fact. That was so important to me. One of the main reasons why I had dismissed places like Panama, Costa Rica, the flight time was too much. In 3.5 hours, I can be back home. I can be here, back, forth, so easy. There was no way I was going to sit on a plane for 16, 17 hours and do 2 connections to go home, back or forth if I needed to. Like I said, I had businesses back home still too. I might have to go back and forth. So the airports. Now you have El Catay, which is only 15 to 20 minutes away. And then you then have Santo Domingo. That's going to be on my list here as well. One of the reasons why we picked Las Terrenas. But you have Santo Domingo, which is only an hour and a half away. Large 4-lane highway, sometimes 6 at some points, but large 4-lane highway, you know, quick drive, perfectly safe, amazing road, no issues, no problems. So that's another reason Las Terrenas won for us. It was just, access was too easy, was so easy, and Las Terrenas won in that regard. Completely had to dismiss Spain and France and all those other cities because there was no way of spending that kind of time to go back and forth. And I think it makes it hard for investors. If you want to be an investor and you want to, you know, do some projects, not easy. Las Terrenas is perfect for that. Okay, guys, we're on to number 8. This ties into Santo Domingo, as I mentioned. Santo Domingo is only an hour and a half away. Now, Santo Domingo is a massive city. It's huge. It has everything that you need and more. Personally, my hometown, Windsor, Ontario, it has so much more. Any Windsorites watching this video, compare Santo Domingo to Toronto. You've got everything you need. Everything you need in every kind of flavor and every kind of price point that you would want. So I love the fact that Santo Domingo is right there. Again, hour and a half, very safe drive. I've got some video footage I'm going to put up for you guys here in the next week or so that explains and shows you that drive. You can take a bus. It costs pennies to take the bus, or you can just drive down. But either way, Santo Domingo, right there, very easy for if you're buying furniture, supplies, anything like that. You can go there. I bought my Jeep over there. But that's not to say everything that exists in Santo Domingo is also here. Price points might be a little bit different at times. Sometimes I found them cheaper here than in Santo Domingo. It's not necessarily that you always find cheaper in Santo Domingo, but it's no different than wherever else you live. You go to the big city to find the best prices. It's the same mindset, same theory holds true here. Okay, guys, so let's go to the next one. This one is, I'm going to do a separate video on this for you guys so you can fully understand what I'm referring to here with Confiture. Confiture is actually something that has been put directly into the Constitution of the Dominican Republic. What Confiture does is it helps to incentivize tourists to invest in Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic. So Confiture offers 4 main advantages to buyers of Confiture properties. Pre-construction, as you guys know, we focus on pre-construction. So one thing we do like to see very often, it's not always a necessity, but we like to see when developers have gained the Confiture approval. That means that the buyer of the property, you or me, will get tax advantages. Those tax advantages, number 1 is you don't pay the 3% transfer fee that applies to any transfer of property. Pre-construction, new or old, you don't pay that transfer fee of 3%. Second advantage is you don't pay property tax for 15 years. So for 15 years, you have no property tax. The third advantage is if your property increases in value, like it will, like mine have, I've bought a few and they all have gone up already. If you sell, you don't pay any tax on that gain for 15 years. And then the fourth advantage here is the Rental income. Rental income is huge in Las Terrenas. That's one of the reasons that Las Terrenas is really, really taking off here. So people are coming in. Again, this ties back to my point number 8, Santo Domingo. Santo Domingo has access to Las Terrenas just as we have access to Santo Domingo. So a lot of people that have large discretionary incomes are traveling down here and enjoying this beautiful environment that exists, because it doesn't exist in Santo Domingo. So they're coming down here and they're renting properties at top dollar, driving up rental rates, which is great for investing in property. And all of that stuff combined is where now you add in a Confiture property where you are purchasing a property here, you're renting it out 250 days a year at top dollar constantly. That is basically recession proof because you're internally driving your rental income as well. It's not just hinged on tourist dollars. So now you're getting that tax-free for 15 years. So Confiture is another big thing. Another thing we love about the properties here in Las Terrenas and Dominican Republic overall, but specifically I like the opportunity here in Las Terrenas. So that was number 9, Confiture. Number 10, medical. We are very happy with what we're seeing happen in Las Terrenas. There is, again, this will be a video, and I apologize I haven't done it yet, but I will. They're putting up a brand new hospital. It's under construction. It's 3 floors, I believe. It's going to be a state-of-the-art Cuban hospital that's coming up, private international hospital. Really happy to see that happening right in the city. So that only tells me the direction that Las Terrenas is going. Okay, guys, so that plus there's another clinic, an international clinic that is run, it's called United Doctors. Google that, United Doctors. Fully English speaking, very helpful people, 2 amazing doctors in there that are doing it because they love to do it, okay? One thing I do enjoy, or let me rephrase, one thing that I love about the medical profession here is that doctors are not getting paid outrageous amounts of money, okay? What does that mean? That means you are doing it because you love it. You're doing medicine because you love to help people. Big difference when you are doing medicine. Yes, you are helping people, but you're making astronomical amounts of money. There could become, I'm not saying there is, many of my good friends and family members are doctors, and they're great, amazing doctors, and they're great people, and they love what they do. But it does open the opportunity for scenarios where people might do it for the money. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Over here, that situation doesn't exist. So when you're meeting a doctor, they're literally doing it because they love to do it, and that is a profession they chose, not because it's going to make them multimillionaires in the process. So you do feel that in the care, specifically United Doctors. These guys are top notch. I was just there the other day just to pop in and say hello. I'm going to be doing some work with them, but they're just amazing, amazing people. And that is another reason why we decided to move here. There's multiple clinics. There's a couple international clinics and easy access. We can send a text. I can send a text off to the doctor and I can go see him right away. I can communicate with them. I don't get rushed out of the room. Charges, okay, if you don't have insurance, for half hour with him costs roughly, I don't know, $25 to $30, depending if you're talking Canadian or US. So it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, instant access, and it's a very simple process. Now, if you have to go to the hospital or anything emergent, these guys will they'll reach out, they'll put in a phone call for you, they'll make sure you're okay. It makes me feel very comfortable, especially with our daughter. Anybody that knows me really well knows I'm a worrywart, specifically when it comes to my daughter. And the fact that I would come here and feel comfortable says a lot. All right, guys. So that was point number 10. 5 more to go. Sorry it's taking so long. Number 11. This one's a little bit different. This one, I would say, more so applies to me as a child. Myself and my brother really enjoyed the outdoors. We grew up on a farm in Leamington, okay? And dirt bikes, quads, ATVs, all that stuff is just reminiscent of how we grew up. We lived outdoors and we loved it. So Las Terrenas, you guys who have done your research know ATVs. You can hear one in the background, I think. ATVs. It's all about ATVs here. That is my, we have a Jeep that I bought in San Domingo, and then we bought a quad. But I use that as my day-to-day commute. That's how I commute. I go to work. Everywhere I go, I take Elle to school on it. I absolutely love the fact that it's so free and so open that I can just hop on that thing and go wherever I want, do whatever I want, go down the roads. If I see a mountain that I need to go investigate, I literally turn off and I'm shooting up that mountain, ending up 3,000 feet up in the air. You know, if I want to go see a beach, I go here. If I want to go in the jungle, I go there. It is an invigorating feeling to be able to do that. You have to experience it when you come here. Rent one when you come here for sure. Make sure you rent one, and I guarantee you're going to end up buying one. For sure, 100%. But that's actually one of the main reasons. That's another reason I absolutely love Las Terrenas. Call me crazy, but it's so freaking cool. Okay, that was number 11 for me, more so than my family. My wife's starting to learn to love it too. She's starting to drive it around, but I live on this thing. So number 12, multicultural city. I'm going to be doing another video that's going to be popping up here in coming days or weeks. And Las Terrenas is totally a multicultural city. Now, I know you guys, my viewers, subscribers are, you know, like-minded, intelligent people that do their research and do their due diligence before coming down to making any decision. We did our research and now we're seeing it ourselves. Las Terrenas was discovered by the French. This was a fishing village not so many years ago, and the beautiful people from France decided they were going to come down here and they colonized it and they made Las Terrenas. They started to develop Las Terrenas. So the local people here, most Dominicans, they speak Spanish and French. Unlike anywhere else in the Dominican Republic or anywhere else in the Caribbean that I can recall, where the French came here, they settled Las Terrenas. That then sparked an influx of people from Europe coming in. So now you have people from France, you have people from Italy, you have people from all over, you have us Canadians, now you're getting the Americans starting to come here to Las Terrenas. You're getting all these people that have all came into Las Terrenas and are bringing their own flavor of the good things from their countries, and they're putting them to work here. Building practices, okay, a lot of Italian builders, a lot of, we work very closely with an Italian builder. Okay, we've sold numerous properties for him now to New Yorkers. Actually, most of our clients are from New York right now. So we've actually, you're seeing that melting pot. And in that, you get great builders, you get great restaurants. You have all sorts of restaurants here, French, Italian, Dominican, Canadian. We've got a place called Gringo Burger. We do love that multicultural element of things. There's French bakeries, there's Italian bakeries, there's the best pizza I've ever had, there's the best Italian food I've ever had, there's the best Dominican food, obviously, that I've ever had. So the multicultural element of Las Terrenas, food-wise, ambiance-wise, building-wise, people-wise, language-wise, all of that stuff makes this place amazing. It brings so many elements into paradise, which is what Las Terrenas is. It's paradise. All these top 15 items are just, you know, icing on the cake to say, this place is beautiful, but wait, it also has this, okay? So the multicultural element, that was item number 12, the multicultural element of Las Terrenas is something that you cannot discount and you cannot get everywhere or anywhere else in the Caribbean, as far as I'm concerned. Definitely not in the Dominican Republic. But the Caribbean, arguably, nothing better. That's why I forecast this to be the gem of the Caribbean in coming years. All right, so the multicultural element, now the quality of life. All the items I've already listed and the next couple that I'm going to list, all this stuff really boils down to quality of life. It affords you the ability to do stuff that you typically wouldn't have done. Like when I'm talking about sailing or surfing, or my daughter being in a jiu-jitsu school, or I'm talking about going to a French bakery and then going to a fine Italian restaurant by one of the best chefs in Italy that has decided to call Las Terrenas home. All this stuff is quality of life. And then it all trickles down into price points. Price points of what you can get here in this city versus what you would get back home, Europe, Canada, US. And you compare the prices and the service and quality you're getting, like this villa, and you start to compare to back home, you start to say, wait a minute, my money is going so much further in Las Terrenas, in paradise. Why am I staying where I'm at and paying 10 times, 15 times more for something that is not making me any happier, and I'm tied down to a ton of debt and a ton of obligation, and I'm going to spend 8 months of the year hiding from the weather because if I go outside, it's going to kill me without a Arctic jacket on. Okay, so the quality of life ties into weather, ties into like the people, the way you're living, how you're living, and your biggest investment, your house, costing an arm and a leg, and you have to work 2 jobs, and everybody in your family needs to be contributing, and you got to watch everything you do in order to be able to afford that property. And then if you're lucky, at the end of the year, you get 7 days, and then you come here for 7 days to Las Terrenas, and you love it, and then you go back to reality. What I'm saying, quality of life, is when this is your reality, quality of life starts to change. You start to experience quality of life. You start to, the natural beauty of this place. Like, I'm looking at a voluptuous jungle, and right behind it, the turquoise blue of the Atlantic Ocean. There's something to be said about that, and that really enhances quality of life for our family, at least, and I'm sure we do the same thing for you guys. You really just need to come here and experience it, and you'll understand. One quick note on quality of life, which ties into cost of living. When your cost of living goes down, your quality of life goes up. You know, there's an inverse relationship there. There's no way to get around that. And you will start to notice that in your day-to-day living, your day-to-day spending. You will stop buying frivolous stuff when you come here, because you spend too much time with nature and outdoors. Things that mattered to you in your Western way of living, and the crap that you've bought on Amazon or Dollarama, or one of my wife's favorites was Winners. That's a daily, you know, let's go blow $500 over there a week. All those things have gone away. You don't need them. You definitely don't want them anymore, but you don't need them. And then they don't become part of your existence. And that increases your quality of life. So I'll dive deeper into this one and on another topic, maybe on another video, and touch base on it. But it really, you need to come here and experience it, but you can't come here for 7 days and experience it. You need to come here for like a month. You need to come here for 3 months. And then you start to, at your roots as a person, you start to change, and you start to understand. You will understand what I'm saying. You're going to feel like, there might be some of you listening to this video that's saying, no way, no chance, I love my Starbucks, I love my Winners, I love my Dollarama, I love access to all these material things that I can just get when I want. When you come here, you start to understand your wants and needs change, and at a more fundamental level, at an organic level, you look at the world differently, and you appreciate the world in a different light. I don't know if that got too deep for some of you, but when you come down here, it happens, like, you really start to evaluate things, and you look at things in a different way, and it becomes better for yourself and be better for your family, and your quality of life skyrockets. Okay, so quality of life, guys. Man, on the last note on that, fresh food, you know, there's mangoes that literally just fall out of trees into your basket. Like, there's coconuts. There's so much fresh food that's readily accessible and available, and you can enjoy all those things. We're vegetarian ourselves, but if we were going to eat meat, we would eat it here. All animals are farm fed. You're seeing the cows are grazing the pastures. You'll see them all over. Same thing with the chickens. They're all free, and there isn't that element that exists in the Western world of mass producing food and animals, and, you know, the slaughterhouses and all that nonsense. Doesn't exist here. So quality of life, feel better, look better, shit ton of vitamin D, I'll tell you that much. That definitely helps. Okay, so I'm at number 13, so only 2 left, guys. Number 14, I want to talk a little bit about property titles, owning property here. I really do like the system here. You actually own your property when you buy. I know there's some other Caribbean cities and countries where you don't fully own your property. You don't have your title. Over here, you buy, you get your title. It's your title in your hands, okay? So when I was recording earlier this morning, point number 15, the grand finale, point 15, got cut off. My camera totally died, and I was in a rush. I had to go see my daughter and my wife, and we were going kayaking out on beautiful Playa Las Terrenas. So the entire day. We spent literally the entire day out here enjoying ourselves. People coming in droves, and people had a great time. We met up with our friends, Hector and Shauna and their family, and just enjoyed a beautiful day here on Playa Las Ballenas. So point 15, I had to finish this up because I want to get this up for you guys tonight. So I had to finish this up tonight. So I just ran out of the house, hopped back on the beach, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. Mosquitoes are starting, so I'm gonna make this quick. Point 15, the Dominican people. Guys, the love that you get from the Dominican people here in this environment is amazing. It is leaps and bounds above what I've experienced in other areas of the Dominican Republic. I think one of the reasons has to do with the multicultural nature of Las Terrenas. Settled by the French, Italians, Europeans, Canadians, Americans, everybody coming in and congregating in this area has really created an environment that allows for you, me, to not feel like a tourist when we're here. The Dominican people treat you like one of their own. They understand you're bringing value to their community, you're bringing investment dollars, and they really treat you with respect. I think it has to do also with the quality of life. Every single weekend, these guys take the weekend off and they spend time with their family. They sit here on the beaches, they eat together, they drink together. They do a lot of things that we in North America should do more often with our families. Spend time with each other. They do that, they create a tight family unit. So a lot of these things we take for granted back home. And these guys do it on a regular basis. Creates a very loving family unit. So guys, what I want you to think about here in closing is you're going to be treated well. They're going to treat you with respect. They're going to take care of your family. They're going to watch out for your kids. They're very focused on the female population. They make sure that women are treated well. They do a lot of the right things, I would have to say. Unfortunately, in North America and the Western world, we're kind of losing those elements, but these guys have not. Very family oriented. So in closing, guys, those are the top 15 reasons why we pick Las Terrenas and why we believe you guys should do the same thing. A lot of great things happening here. The real estate is booming, and because of all those reasons, I really believe that this is going to be the gem of the Caribbean. You're going to see so much development here. You're going to see so many people coming down here to join us. And you know what, guys? Remember, it's really important. Love where you live. See you guys soon.